You are Agent 007, and this is your whole life. You didn't ask for this life, but the moment you took your first breath, it was already decided. The missions, the danger, the loneliness, the glory. Most people will never know what it feels like to live on the edge of everything, where one wrong move means the difference between saving the world and losing it forever. But you were different from the start. This is not a fantasy. This is not a movie. This is your whole life, from the very beginning to the very end. And it starts the way all great stories start, with a child who had no idea what was coming. The year is 1985, London, a gray Tuesday morning. You are 4 years old, sitting in a government-issue flat in Kensington. The wallpaper is peeling. There is a single photograph on the mantelpiece. Your father in a dark suit, standing in front of a building you will only recognize years later as MI6 headquarters. Your mother never talks about him, not because she doesn't love him, but because she signed a document that said she never could. You grow up sharp, unusually sharp. While other kids are memorizing football scores, you are memorizing faces, license plates, exits. You don't know why. It just feels natural, like breathing. Your teachers write the same thing in every report. Exceptional instincts, difficulty following rules, extraordinary under pressure. You get into fights, not because you are angry, but because you cannot stand watching someone weaker get hurt. Every single time, without hesitation. At 16, a man in a gray suit shows up at your school. He doesn't introduce himself. He just slides a card across the table, looks at you for exactly 3 seconds and says, "We've been watching you for a while." You don't feel surprised. You feel like you've been waiting for this your entire life. What happens next, most people couldn't survive. Not physically. Mentally. You are taken to a facility in the Scottish Highlands. No phone. No contact with the outside world. Just you, 12 other recruits, and 18 months of the most brutal psychological and physical conditioning ever designed by human beings. They don't just train your body, they dismantle your mind and rebuild it from scratch. You learn to speak 4 languages in 11 months. You learn to read a room in under 3 seconds. You learn to trust no one completely, not even yourself. 7 of the 12 recruits wash out in the first 3 months. 2 more leave after a mission simulation goes wrong and a recruit is hospitalized. By month 15, there are 3 of you left. By month 18, there is only 1. You. The commanding officer, a woman named Hartwell, who has never once smiled in your presence, walks up to you on the final day, looks you dead in the eyes, and says 4 words. You are ready. Mostly. You ship out in 48 hours. Here is something nobody tells you about being a spy. It is not the danger that breaks you. It is the silence. The waiting in a cold car outside a hotel in Prague at 2 a.m. The 3 days in a safe house in Beirut, eating crackers and monitoring radio frequencies. The moment you have to smile at a man across a dinner table, laugh at his jokes, compliment his wine, knowing exactly what he has done and exactly what you are about to do. Your first real mission is in Vienna. A weapons dealer named Volkov is selling classified NATO coordinates to a private military group that intends to use them within 72 hours. You have 36 hours to stop it. You go in alone, undercover as a financial consultant named James Harper. Everything goes perfectly, until it doesn't. On the second night, your cover is blown, not by a mistake you made, by a leak inside MI6 itself. Suddenly, you are on foot in a foreign city with no backup, no extraction plan, and a man with a gun who knows your real name. This is the moment they trained you for. Not the tactics, not the languages. The ability to become completely calm when everything is falling apart. Your heart rate drops, your vision sharpens, time slows down, and you make a decision in under 2 seconds that saves your life and completes the mission. You never find out who the leak was. You learn not to ask. Over the next 20 years, you live 10 different lives. In Tokyo, you are a businessman named Kenji Watanabe's most trusted advisor for 11 days, until you disappear with a hard drive that prevents a cyber attack on the entire Western financial system. In Havana, you fall in love, genuinely, completely, for the first and last time, with a woman named Elena, who paints watercolors and makes coffee too strong and laughs at things that aren't funny. You are there for a mission. She has nothing to do with it. But the mission changes, and you have to leave in the middle of the night without a word. You tell yourself you will go back. You never go back. In Moscow, you spend 4 months embedded inside a private security firm run by a former FSB general. You attend his daughter's birthday party. You help his son with his English homework. And then, one morning, you hand over everything you've learned and walk out of their lives forever. This is the part of the job they never show in the movies. The people you become close to. The people you leave behind. The weight of every face you remember and cannot forget. At 51, something happens that changes everything. A routine briefing. A file marked, classified, eyes only. Your name at the top. Inside is a photograph. A woman in her mid-40s. A boy, maybe 16, standing next to her. The boy has your eyes, your jaw, the way he stands, weight on the left foot, always scanning the room. There is a note paper clipped to the photograph. 3 sentences. She never told you. She wanted to protect him from this life. He's been asking about his father for 2 years. You sit in that room for a very long time. Every mission, every sacrifice. Every night you told yourself it was worth it because you were protecting people. Abstract people. Millions of faceless people you would never meet. And the whole time, there was one specific person. One real person. Who needed protecting from something else entirely. From the absence of you. You retire at 53. Not with a ceremony. Not with a medal. Though there are several, locked in a government vault under a name that isn't yours. You retire with a phone call, a number you have memorized for 2 years, but never dialed. It rings 3 times. A voice answers, young, slightly cautious. Hello? You've rehearsed this moment 1,000 times, in safe houses, on planes, in the dark. And now, with all your training, all those years of knowing exactly what to say in any situation, your mind goes completely blank. So you say the only true thing you know. Hi, I'm your father. I know this is late. I know I don't deserve anything. But I'm here now, if you'll have me. A long pause. Then, I wondered when you'd call. This is the mission that took 53 years. This is the one that actually mattered. You were Agent 007, and this was your whole life. Drop a comment below and tell me, whose life do you want to live next? Because the next story is waiting, and it might just be yours. Like this video if you lived every second of it. Subscribe so you never miss a life.